The European Commission has initiated an investigation into electric cars from China. This could lead to the imposition of tariffs and additional trade restrictions. According to the Commission, there are substantial subsidies from the Chinese government to these manufacturers, affecting competition and distorting the market. From January to July 2023, Chinese automakers sold 86,000 electric vehicles in Europe. This figure accounts for 8% of the total sales of electric vehicles, a significant increase compared to the previous year. Some time ago, Chinese cars were rarely seen in the European market. Historically, Europe led car exports to China, not the other way around. With investments in the billions of dollars, China seeks leadership in the electric vehicle sector. Chinese company BYD, for example, led global electric vehicle sales in 2022 with 1,900,000 delivered, surpassing Tesla by 50%. Western automotive leaders are astonished at China's ability to offer vehicles at a low cost with remarkable quality. Brands like Toyota and Volkswagen, which once dominated the export scene, now see their market share eroded by China. In the first 6 months of 2023, China surpassed Japan as the largest automotive exporter. The loss of market share in Europe could be devastating, as 13 million jobs depend on the automotive industry. It is understandable, therefore, that the European Union is on high alert against the growing Chinese threat. BMW CEO warned that Chinese manufacturers are an imminent danger to the European industry. The production of economical cars on the continent may be numbered. In this video, we will explore the rapid advancement of Chinese electric vehicles and the potential impact on the global automotive industry. China and the EV industry. The Chinese electric vehicle (EV) industry has its roots in the production of affordable cars, although the quality was often questioned. Traditionally, those who could afford it opted for imported vehicles, leaving Chinese cars in a marginal role in international trade. Brands from countries like Japan, Germany, the United States, and South Korea dominated the Chinese market, often producing locally through partnerships. However, China, envisioning the potential of EVs, made a strategic move in 2007. It began investing in the emerging sector. This decision was rooted in the pressing issue of air pollution, exacerbated by rapid urbanization and industrialization. Transitioning to EVs, which emit no pollutants, emerged as a viable solution. This scenario also presented an opportunity for Chinese manufacturers to reshape their image, previously tarnished. After all, established brands like Volkswagen and Toyota already had a legacy with combustion engines that China couldn't quickly match. However, the novelty of EVs could attract consumers willing to give new names a chance. A significant challenge in building EVs is the cost of batteries, which can constitute half the price of a vehicle. These batteries require rare minerals such as lithium, cobalt, nickel, and manganese, expensive and not always easy to obtain reliably and on a large scale. While traditional manufacturers worldwide struggle with the transition to EVs, hesitant due to a lack of expertise in batteries, the Chinese took a distinct path. BYD is a notable example. Founded in 1995, it started with batteries for electronics and only later entered the automotive industry. From the outset, it aimed at EVs, launching a hybrid in 2008 and a fully electric model 2 years later. This electric model, the BYD E6, was costly, but government subsidies reduced the price for the end consumer. The Chinese government invested over $20 billion in subsidies for EVs, not counting direct support to companies. BYD, for instance, received $2.1 billion in state aid between 2009 and 2022. These investments resulted in significant technological advancements, making batteries more affordable and efficient. The lower-cost workforce in China also contributed to the country's dominant position in electric vehicle battery production, holding 77% of the global market. Furthermore, Chinese companies, with state support, acquired strategic mines worldwide, ensuring access to essential minerals. In 2020, a significant purchase was made in Congo, strengthening the Chinese supply chain. The effect of this strategy is remarkable. The prices of EVs plummeted. In 2023, BYD introduced a compact EV at $10,000, highlighting the drastic cost reduction since the launch of its first electric model. Comparatively, in 2015, an average EV in China cost $67,000, a figure that dropped by 52% in 7 years. This price decrease did not occur in the United States or Europe, where costs, on the other hand, rose. This situation affected the sales of foreign brands in China. In 2008, only 24% of new vehicles sold were from domestic brands. This percentage nearly doubled by 2023, showing the impact of China's adopted strategies. Chinese expansion in foreign trade. China has excelled in international trade, surpassing even Japan and becoming the largest exporter of cars in the first half of 2023. Other countries, in turn, face a decrease in exports, ceding space in the market to the Chinese. This advancement received a boost from the situation in Russia, where Western manufacturers withdrew due to the conflict with Ukraine, leaving room for China. Additionally, Chinese presence is growing in regions like Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and South America. An advantage for China is its operations in countries without local electric vehicle industries, where competition is milder. In the United States, Chinese electric cars are a rarity. U.S. market rules, including ineligibility for a $7,500 tax credit, combined with the 27.5% tariffs established during the Trump administration, make competition challenging. These tariffs remain in effect, redirecting Chinese focus to Europe. In that continent, the share of Chinese imports in the sector doubled twice between 2021 and 2023, going from less than 2% to 8%. It's interesting to note that many of these vehicles do not bear Chinese brands, but rather well-established Western names. Approximately half of these cars are Teslas produced in China, while another 14% are from European brands manufactured in partnership with Chinese companies. 35% are European brands acquired by Chinese companies. Genuinely Chinese brands like BYD, NIO, or XPeng make up only 2% of imports. Consumers in Europe may